Hi there, my name's Emma McManus and I am the Centre Manager of the Fermanagh Lakeland Forum here in Enniskillen, and I'm standing here in our newly completed sensory room that was completed by Creative Activity. We had a room in our leisure centre which we were really struggling to find a good use for it. It was too small for classes. Whenever you had a birthday party in it, it was too cramped. The layout of it just didn't sit right for a nice peaceful place to have a meeting area, and as such it was largely a disused room. The management team here, we put our heads together to think about what we could do. Given our demographics and the rise in the amount of children and adults we see coming in here with learning difficulties, we decided we would love to do something to help that sector of the community that can sometimes feel intimidated by a leisure centre environment. And from that we decided that we would investigate turning our unused room into a sensory room. We drafted together our request for quotation. We were lucky enough to secure funding from the Department of the Communities. That was fantastic to get, but it also put a really challenging time frame on our installation. To be eligible for the funding, we had to have the sensory room completed in a very, very short time frame. And we were really impressed with the quality of the Creative Activity response to that. They were able to describe exactly what each piece of equipment was, and they were the successful tenderer in the procurement process. We then met the team from Creative Activity. Kieran and Ricky came down and had a site visit. They had a look at the room, they look at the space, and we had to just finalise the design, taking in mind the PowerPoints, the radiators, just the layout of our room as it was whenever they saw it. And then they had to modify the design to fit in with where all of those different PowerPoints and radiators were. And they then provided us with a 3D image of the room as they saw it, with all these limitations considered. They came on site when they said they were going to come on site, and they left site when they said, completing everything to the timescales. And with the project, because we had such tight timescales, that was really, really important to us. And also adding in the factor of lockdown around this. So they really did a good job working around the specific set of circumstances that we had for this build. In a leisure centre you come in to do things, whereas this is a different offering for us because we want people to come in here and just relax. We are delighted to be able to offer it for all age groups. The studies on effects that it has for people suffering with dementia, for people suffering with trauma, and it really doesn't matter who you are or what you are. You can really just enjoy coming in here, feeling the tranquility of the room and enjoying all of the different points of installation. We have the bubble tube with really comfy bean bags and a seat around that to sit back and enjoy. The lights can change, they can stay the same. We have the butterflies, the projections, we have the ceiling tiles, and then there's the interactive panels, and they bring a little bit of stimulation as well. For children that perhaps need that sensory experience, they need to be doing something before they can relax. And those add something, another aspect for children who perhaps are a little bit older, perhaps more mature than perhaps for the crocodile or the airplane panel. They can control that themselves. They can have great fun with the squishy floor tiles, jumping over them, seeing the colours move, mould to their feet, to their weight. It doesn't matter whether you're in your feet or in a wheelchair, you will get that same experience. And what we like about the room as well is that it's a shared experience. You can come in here as a family unit and enjoy the experience together. And that's something that we really wanted to offer to families and individuals in the district.
We worked very closely with the team here at the Fermanagh Lakeland Forum, right from the initial tender process through to the 3D room designs, and then ultimately onto the completion and installation of this project. It's fantastic to see such a dramatic transformation to what was an unused room through to what is now becoming a sensory room, which will ultimately benefit the community within this area.
We've really enjoyed working with Creative Activity. The room that they have delivered to us is a really accurate reflection of what was in the 3D visualisation. And then whenever we saw the room, they were very willing to make the tweaks and adjustments that we wished for as well. They were more than accommodating. So I'd have no hesitation in recommending them for your sensory room.
Since our establishment in 2005, Creative Activity has installed a large number of sensory rooms throughout Ireland in a wide variety of facilities, such as schools, hospitals and care homes. And it's great to see further investment being poured into places like the Fermanagh Lakeland Forum, which will have such a large impact and benefit for good in the local community.